What's going on, guys? Zeke the Geek here, back from the video. Today we're going to be talking about this. This is my 1977 Columbia Sachs, and it has a 505/1 47cc 40 km engine in it. A lot of numbers, they're not really important. It's a Sachs, who cares? But I just want to talk about it. I don't do a lot of long videos. I just do mostly bing bong shorts with music behind them because that's what I like to do. And it's just easy. And it's like, the whole reason I make YouTube videos is just to kind of look back at it as like a time capsule or whatnot. But I want to talk about this because I'm going to sell it soon, and I'm probably never going to see it again. And I think it's a pretty cool build. Long story short, how did I get this bike? When I bought Hot Wheels, I ended up trading my buddy a... When I bought Hot Wheels, it came with the BM18 Bikuni carb on it, which my buddy needed because his flange literally snapped off. And he was like, I need that carb. And I'm like, one of the reasons I bought it is so I could give you it. Would you want to trade for it? And he had this in his garage. That was a trade. A carburetor for a moped, not a bad trade, but it didn't look like anything like this when I first bought it. When he gave it to me, it was literally, everything was apart, but it was an engine, the frame, and rims, and that was it. And I had to put all those together myself. And he got it from a buddy like 15 years ago, and it hasn't ran in over 15 years, I know that. But the first thing I had to do to get it running was, the engine was seized, so I had to soak in brake fluid and ATF, and it actually freed up pretty quick, pretty nicely. I'm quite happy with it. And the engine didn't have nothing, really. It didn't have a intake, a carb, an exhaust, a coil, pedals, nothing. It didn't have any of that. But luckily, all the parts in this bike, it's just what I've had. I didn't spend any money on this, except for these shock bolts, but that was like, what, $5? Like, nothing, right? This is all built with stuff I had extra, and that's what I love doing. This pipe was fabricated, everything was fabricated on, and I'm glad I could get it running. But first point of business was getting the engine unseized. I've done that pretty quick. The second plan of action was getting spark, and what I ended up doing is just taking the coil off, sand the points, and I took the stator off, cleaned the points, and put a new coil on it. Not a new one I had, but it worked good. It's sparked right up. So then I put this pipe on it. This is also the pipe from Hot Wheels. I changed the pipe with the Australia side bleed pipe, which I fabricated on Hot Wheels. I'll talk about that bike later, but I fabricated this pipe turbo on. I thought it looked nice with the yellow and the chrome with the shocks and stuff. And yeah, it's a great little ripper. I just had the pedals laying around and stuff. I bought the tires from Amazon. They're like $60 for a pair of tubes and tires. I was like, that's a pretty good deal. You know, just make it rolling. Wasn't much else after that. I put a chain on, put a carburetor on. Funny thing is, the carburetor is a motorized bike NT 15mm carb. And I have a spigot smashed on that carb, clamped down, and then I have a hose, which is a hose from a gas pump, like that. Like when you fill up your gas, that line, I cut that. I don't know where I got my hose. Don't worry about it, but I cut it, and it's a perfect little hose for fitting on the intake and stuff. But yeah, long story short, after I put the pipe on, the carb on, it fired right up, and it's a fun little ripper. I'm trying to sell it. I got a guy that might buy it for like $500. I think that's worth it, right? I mean, I'm not in it any more than $100, you know. I mean, a lot of time. I've spent the last 2 days working on this thing like crazy, and it's very nice, very nice. I'll give you a little walk around real quick. You can look at it, but see, so the grips, throttle, I had laying around. Oh, there we go. These levers are from a Razor bike, like a MX 350, I think, like an electric bike. These bars are from a Gorelli moped. I don't know which one, I just had them. Don't worry about it. You can kind of read this information right here if you want. But the thing is, this bike was sitting outside for like over 5 years, probably closer to 10 years, because the tank's rusted, the engine was seized, and it's just like the bearings were kind of cooked too. But yeah, and here's the bi-turbo mount. I put an exhaust strap on it because the thing with these old Sachs motors is it's not a bolt-on, it's just a hose coming out, a metal hose coming out that you just kind of put the exhaust on that. And I found a perfect slip flange, welded up, and the exhaust strap's just to kind of help any leaks that go around here because I can't weld them. But there's no lights on it, which is kind of a bummer. I don't have any. I might end up selling it with my Tomos headlight, my square one, but we'll see. But yeah, here's the pipe mount. It's on a swing arm, but it's close enough to the swing arm where I don't think it's gonna matter. Here's a pedal. Had to cut and weld this to fit, and it fits wonderfully. So that's great. And here's the carburetor setup. It fits so nice, and it's perfectly spaced. It's not touching anything, and the gas line is perfect. Everything's nice. But yeah, it was a really fun build, and to trade a bike for a carburetor is, well, I think a good deal, you know. And I'm gonna be selling this bike and using that money to buy another bike. And that's the game, right? But yeah, I just want to talk about it. I don't talk about bikes again very much, but I'm hoping to do more videos about it and documenting. Yeah, if you want to see it running, ride in, check out my shorts. But yeah, that's pretty much the video. Hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what y'all think is a fair price for this bike. It's not very original, I'll tell you that, but I don't know. I don't know what it's worth. I have no idea. But anyway, that's the video. Peace out, y'all.